Hello everyone, my name is Waymon Hudson. This is my first vlog, so before I get into what I want to talk about today, I wanted to do a quick introduction of myself. I am president of Fight Out Loud, and that's a national nonprofit charity that's dedicated to empowering the LGBT community to fight discrimination and hate. The website's fightoutloud.org. I encourage everyone to go check it out. It's a great organization, so check it out, get involved. I also blog for lots of different websites, and you can check out my personal blog at thehomopolitico.com. That being said, let me hop right into what I wanted to talk about today. What's really been on my mind in the past week has been the shooting death of Lawrence King. Lawrence was a 15-year-old student in California who last week was gunned down in front of 20 of his classmates by a fellow student. He was gay, he liked to wear makeup and jewelry and heels to school, and was bullied and teased a lot because of it. What's really been shocking to me is the lack of outrage and anger and the lack of media coverage of it within the mainstream media. The gay blogs and LGBT media has really been buzzing about it and been angry about it, but it doesn't seem to be picking up much traction in mainstream media, which is really bothersome to me, because I can't remember the last time there was a violent school shooting like this that didn't get 24/7 news coverage. But it seems that because this happened to a young gay man, and that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, that they don't want to talk about it, and they want to brush under the rug. And they don't want to face the fact that LGBT bullying and violence is it's out there, and it's a serious issue and can lead to hate crimes like this. When you look at the picture of Lawrence and you read his story, I know I personally see myself in it. He was just like me. In school I was teased because I was too girly. I was called gay, I was beat up a lot, and luckily I made it out okay. But Lawrence didn't. He lived openly, he was himself, he wasn't afraid to be who he was and express himself, and because of that he was killed. And no one seems to want to talk about it or be at all concerned with it. I encourage everyone to really write into their newspapers, write into your local media stations, and ask them why they're not covering it. Ask them why they're not outraged that a young 15-year-old student was shot and killed in his class in front of 20 of his friends, and ask why they're not talking about it. Why, LGBT legislation and anti-bullying rules aren't important. Why it's not important to talk about sexual orientation or gender identity in the classroom. We need to be having this conversation because our young people are getting killed every day, and no one's noticing. And I refuse to let this pass without talking about it. I refuse to let it pass without being angered and outraged, and I'm going to keep talking about it and keep posting about it, because this is a serious issue that's facing our community, and I won't let it be forgotten. And I can't let it go. I, am deeply affected by it, and my thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that knew Lawrence and to his friends and family. And I encourage everyone to have this conversation, to talk about the dangers facing LGBT youth and our community as a whole, and question why no one seems to care. And I want you all to be outraged. I want you all to get out there and bring this issue to the forefront, because there's really no bigger issue facing our community. Equality is important, and gay marriage is important, and all of those things are very important, but it doesn't matter at all if we're not alive to see any of that equality. And one very young, very vulnerable member of our community is no longer alive to see the strides we're making and the changes in equality and the new laws we're passing. So we need to have this conversation. We need to be outraged. We need to be angry. And I encourage everyone to keep talking about it, keep posting about it, keep questioning why no one wants to have this conversation. Be outraged, be angry, and be heard. I know this is a heavy post for my very first vlog, but it's something that's been on my mind, and it's something that's really important to me, and I hope it's important to all of you as well. I encourage you all to write to me, send me feedback, leave comments, tell me what you want me to talk about, give me any pointers or suggestions you may have, and I look forward to seeing you on our next post. Thank you very much, and this is Waymon Hudson, over and out.